everyone! It's been a while since I've done an actual update video, and I've scripted this so many times because I really am not quite sure how I want to approach this right now, and like what stuff I want to talk about, so I'm just gonna try to go more off script this time around, and hopefully it works out. I mean, if you're seeing this, it did, so, you know. I want to talk about a few things. First off is content. We're near 30k subs on this channel and 130k on the main, which is amazing. I really appreciate that. I haven't talked about subscriber milestones for a while, because like since 100k, there hasn't really been anything major to hit. But I do really appreciate it still, like being able to grow a bit, and that's really important to me, just to get off the bat. But content-wise, I kind of want to change things up a little bit. Not too much, really. But I do want to note that, like, after all this time, I think my content's gotten a bit more stagnant. A lot of the improvement in my content over the years has just been a quality thing, as, like, I get better at editing, and then I got other people to edit videos, and I got better at scripting, and formatting, and topics, and all of that. And, like, the constant improvement has been good, and that's still happening. But it's gotten to the point where I've done the same kind of discussions and stuff for years now. And I do kind of want to change it up a little bit, and it's also that with Splatoon content being, like, a little bit more stale these days, and, like, content to the game, I mean, being, like, happening less and slowing down, I think that, you know, I know my videos have been performing worse lately, just in general, but I also want to change stuff up about it a little bit, and I feel like that would help, so I want to try different discussion styles a little bit more unique script ideas. I want to do different stuff gameplay-wise. I want to highlight a lot more casually gameplay-wise, because I am a competitive channel, and that's what I like doing, but I never really highlight anything casual that I do. Like, I'll play open with fun weapons, or revisit single players on my own time, or play Salmon Run mainly. I do a lot of Salmon. I really like Salmon Run. And I don't really make any of that into content, and gameplay-wise especially is where I could do more than just scrim highlights for the 15th time. So I want to try to do some new stuff with that. I revisited Octo Expansion on stream this time, a bit recently. I'll be doing a video on that. I want to do a video of playing, like, bad weapons in open and winning with them, kind of show off some of the fun stuff I like doing. Things like that, you know. So I might do a bit more casual-oriented content, especially with gameplay. I don't know discussion-wise, because I don't know what casual discussion I could have. I guess with Splatoon 4 talk, I could talk more about what I want in Splatoon 4, but I think those are going to naturally lean more on the competitive side anyway. But regardless, I want to do more different stuff, and discussion-wise, I want to try some things out. I've been editing a tier list video. Usually I've split those into 5 separate discussions that would be edited down a bit. And this time instead, I'm soloing the entire video, and it's going to be one long ramble. And because of that, I can leave it completely unedited, or not completely, you know, it's going to be like cropped and have music, and I'm not going to, like, I'm going to trim down the script a bit so it's not me saying the same things multiple times or re-scripting, but basically, I would have the freedom to, like, talk as much as I want about a weapons. Like, the top tier segment, the top 2 tiers, is 50 minutes long untrimmed, or 55 minutes long to be exact. And that's just me rambling about the top 2 tiers of weapons. So I got to do this script in a way where I got to really ramble without a time constraint. And that's been, like, really fun for me. And then editing it has been fun with the music as well. I have 3.5 hours of background music to put in. So I'm really excited to put a lot of stuff in. Though I may have to replace the Deltarune songs, because apparently there's been some copyright strike issues with that I've been hearing about. But, you know, that's been something new I've been doing. There's been a popular Smash Bros. Type of discussion I won't spoil going around. There's been a channel I've been watching that's been really interesting, and I want to try that kind of style for Splatoon. Stuff like that. So, I have a lot of different things planned I want to do content-wise, and I'm hoping you guys like it. I hope some of it works out, but a lot of it is just experimental stuff I want to do. And I think that'll help a lot with dealing with potential burnout and keeping things fresh. But with that being said, despite all of that, I do think there is a decent chance I take a break, like an actual break. I've taken a week off uploads before, but I've never really stopped working on the channel. It's mostly just been when there's needed to be a bit of time or when people were busy. But I want to take, like, an actual month or 2 off content, and maybe even streaming as well, entirely. I really want to take some time to do other stuff, to branch out a little bit more in my life, and put more time into other games that I've been putting off for years and years. So I might do that. I'm not 100% sure. and it would probably have to be when content for the game isn't happening as much so I don't miss out on anything. But I have really been thinking about taking an actual break from content creation for a bit. And again, I'm still thinking about all that. I know it'll be a pain YouTube format-wise, because YouTube really doesn't like when you take breaks, and I do that on 2 channels, so that would be a bit to recover from. But it's something I want to think about, something I might do in the future. So, there's that. And, besides that, competitive-wise, I don't have too much to say. I've been coaching Moonlight, for those who don't know, for a bit now, and it's been fun. I've enjoyed it, for sure. Motivation for comp, though, for me has definitely dropped a little bit. It used to be, like, a huge deal for me, and it still really is something I want to do and get better at and win tournaments and stuff. In fact, I'm trying to do more tournaments lately, trying to get a pickup group that I can play with for when Moonlight doesn't do tournaments. But comp, admittedly, has become a bit less important to me than it used to be. It hasn't been something I think about as much. And if anything, I think that's kind of fine. I'm glad to be doing a bit more of other things, enjoying the game in a bit more ways and playing other games more, and just doing other stuff in general a bit more. And I feel like I'm still putting plenty of time into the game to get better, so I'm in a fine spot for that. Outside of that, I can't really complain too much comp-wise. Well, I said that, and now I'm going to complain a bit. I wish there was a bit more options in the meta, like interesting comp-wise. There's so many things that are close to being good. I've talked about like Dowser comps or backlist stuff that I like really want to be a bit more interesting. There's specials like chunks being a bit better. And just the meta changing a little bit. Like, or not changing, I don't know. I want more options in the meta we have right now. Like, that's the main thing I want, more than annoying stuff like Striker Zuka being toned back. I more just want more things to do with the current way people play the game, because I like how the game is played right now. I think it's very healthy and fun. And, you know, I got weapons with very fun kits that are pretty good. I can't complain much about that. I would just love more stuff to experiment with. Like, you can see right now we have this weird bamboo comp that we were playing with today, like a few days ago, scrimming with like Hypno, Sendu, and Chara. So, stuff like that has been cool. But that's like something I want to be able to do more of. And I hope that, since balance patches aren't done at least, that'll be hopefully something that can happen as well. So, you know, that's all I'm saying comp-wise. And, yeah, I didn't really plan to get too personal on here. I don't think I'll have too much to say, but, you know, mental-wise, this year has been a little bit. I've been like dealing with a little bit more stuff in terms of just trying to like be at a healthy spot in terms of how I'm doing the things I'm doing, and just, you know, I've talked about it before, but having a large following isn't something I'm really great at. It's been a lot, especially lately, so I'm definitely taking a bit more time to do stuff that's more with my friends or just on my own, that's outside of Splatoon or outside of content on my audience and stuff, and that's been helpful for a bit, but it's definitely something I'm working on behind the scenes, and that's kind of also why streaming has been a bit smaller. I'm sure you guys have noticed over the past few months, if you pay attention to my streams, that most of them have been Twitch only now, and it's only been like 2 or 3 times a week. I used to try to grind it out a lot more, and it was fun, but socially, I am not good at that. I have a lot of problems socially that I haven't talked about, some that I have, but what I'll say right now is that having like 300 to 500 people, if I multi-stream, in your chat and trying to like manage so many different things at the same time, it exhausts me a lot. I cannot be a streamer that streams for like 5 hours plus a day. I don't know how people do that. I am not wired that way. This crack and miss was bad. I've said that every time I've scripted this video, by the way. And, like, that's something where I've kind of accepted, yeah, streams are going to be less. I've never really talked about it much, but I guess while I'm doing the channel update, it's a good time to say, yeah, streams are still going to stay the way they are right now. They're going to be less often. When I do variety, I'll try to multi-stream more, though, and if you guys want to support the variety streams, I really appreciate it. I played, like, Wonder when it came out. I played Tropical Freeze recently, and I've played Galaxy to 100% on and off for a little bit, which has been kind of fun. I like going through those VODs, and it's like, I say what the date is in each of those, and it's going through, like, all this different, like, I get to ramble about Splatoon stuff at times because Chad asks about it, and it's like a bit of a log as to what we were talking about at the time, and it's so different. Like, I want to upload or set those to public all at the same, the same week or so people can listen to that as you watch the VODs back, so that's been really fun. But, like, stuff like that I want to do more. I know variety isn't for everyone. Most people don't tune into the variety streams, but for those who do, I appreciate it, and if you want to give it a chance, it's fine. I'm not really the most entertaining streamer. You know, again, not that social. I kind of just play games, and I ramble about things that I know a lot about, and with other games that's not much, so oftentimes it's kind of just me chill playing a game, but if some people enjoy that anyway, that's awesome. If not, you know, I get it, that's totally fine. So I think that's about everything I really wanted to say. I think we're in a bit of an interesting spot in terms of like content of where things go from here. It's really unknown, I guess, more than interesting. So I hope things go in a good direction. There's a lot of big tournaments coming up as well. So hopefully I can do a bit more competitive content. I want to talk about more events and meta shifts and stuff when I get the chance. The tier list video will be a big one for that, but hopefully some more competitive-oriented content. Maybe some more guide stuff. I thought about revisiting some of the videos, like the one tip for and against every weapon was 2 videos I did. And I'm thinking about doing it for all the brand new weapons in the series that I haven't covered yet, and just doing for and against in one video, something like that. So that's, I guess, the final thing I forgot to mention. I might do more competitive content. But yeah, I think that's about everything I wanted to say here. So thank you guys for watching. If you want more competitive matches and stuff, because I know I talked about doing more of other types of content, the second channel here will always have full matches of stuff and scrims. And, you know, like it is in the background right now with us playing against F2 in here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later.